G'day Sandbox, 𝘷𝘪𝘥. Welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So sadly, it's a sad one today. This is my last weekend here in New York City. It's currently Saturday, and I'm currently trying to multitask and get access to my office, which is a WeWork based out of New York City, about a block away from Times Square. So I think for today's episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little sit down right there. But I think before I do go and sit down there, given that it is a Saturday and there is no one else here at all, I think it's probably good for us to do a little tour of this co-working space and give you a bit of insight as to why I love co-working spaces so much. So let's start over here at the snacks area. Right, so you got a self-serve snack area over here. You got your Cokes, you got your Red Bulls, all self-serve, which is really cool. Alrighty, and over here we have filtered water, which is fun. During the week they usually have a flavored water thing set up over here, which is cool. All of this is unlimited, so we can have free espresso, which is what you want, if that's what you're into. Otherwise, they've got drip coffee over here, all the amenities, right? All the amenities. And then we've got a little lunch area here, take care of the environment, make sure you recycle. We've got all the co-working spaces over here, which is really cool. So this pumps during the week. We've also got mad incredible views out here. Not a bad view, not the best day, but not a bad view still. And then we've got these little booths, which are also fun to work in. And this is basically, yeah, the co-working area. We've got high-speed Wi-Fi internet everywhere. We've also got these security cameras up everywhere in here, which is also really fun, because if you've got a lot of expensive equipment like I do, and you've also got, like, I'm packing a lot into this backpack, right? Like a lot into this backpack. So if you've got a lot of expensive equipment and you are working in a co-working space, it is nice to know that we've got all of this security around, so that if I do want to go out and go for a wander or go on an adventure during the day, I am able to leave all of my stuff here safe and sound without any stress or worry about it going missing, you know what I mean? So this is floor 12. Let's show you the rest of this office space. And this is the same office space that I worked out of in 2017 when I lived here for the summer. Exactly the same office space, incredible group of people. Everyone that I've met through the WeWork community has been absolutely awesome, and all the staff here are incredible. So let's continue. So all in here are the private offices, right? So you can either get a private office, or you can just do the hot desk, co-working desk like I've done. Again, just all private offices through here. Nothing really too much to see. Got the printer area, the stationery area down here. One thing that I do like, and like I really enjoy this, and it's also a feature that Flux, the co-working space that I work out of in Perth on St. George's Terrace, also has. They've got their own version of this. These are private little telephone booths / deep work booths, right? So basically you can get in here, close the door, you've got little light, and you've got USB charger. I've done many of my client phone calls here in this booth or in one of these booths whilst I've been here. It's just a great way to, if you want to work on something that's really private, or if you want to have a private conversation, or if you want to just work in a deep work area with no distractions, these are the places to work. Moving on, more private offices. And then the other cool thing is you've got these meeting rooms, which are in here and also up there. And this continues. It's basically the same kind of layout on this floor as it is upstairs. And you can hire these private meeting rooms out as part of the credits that you get when you sign up for the office space. Now, in terms of cost, I believe I paid, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe from memory, I paid about $550 US for a month's worth of co-working space here, which includes, you know, use of the printer, use of the internet, use of security, 24/7 access to the co-working space. And look, as in terms of value for money, I'm gonna set this down because my arm hurts, it's a heavy camera. So in terms of value for money, it's just, for me, being able to just roll into a city, pick up where I left off, pay as you go. It's the same thing with Flux back in Perth in terms of co-working. For me, the ability to be able to roll into a city, pick up where you left off, or even roll into a new city, get set up at a co-working space, which is secure, which has really fast internet, which has all the amenities that you need, and so much more, with a bunch of amazing people and an amazing community. It's just, absolutely love it. And for a digital nomad, for digital entrepreneurs, and also for, you know, entrepreneurs that are in that solo stage, that just in terms of like in that startup phase, and they don't want to work from home anymore, because look, I've worked from home before, and it can get a bit lonely and it can get a bit of cabin fever. It's a really flexible, co-working spaces are a really flexible way for you to be able to meet new people, network, work in a space which is removed from your home without spending too much money, and also without needing to worry about that fixed commitment. And ABC in Perth actually interviewed me about this a week or two ago, and I'll leave a link to that article, maybe we'll... ABC actually interviewed me about why I love co-working spaces so much a few weeks ago. So if you're interested, go and check that out. And before we get into the chat, I think what I'm gonna leave you with is one of my favorite features about this place, which is, it's over here. Let's go have a look. Let's go. We'll start here. Get one of these ones. Oh, they're tapped. So usually during the week, there is unlimited free beer on tap here, but today looks like it's a no bueno. Like I said earlier,
Today is a bit sad because it is my final Saturday, my final weekend here in New York City, and I do fly home to Perth on Tuesday, 33-hour commute, looking forward to that. But it is bittersweet. Like, I'm really excited to go home, back to Perth. I'm really excited to catch up with my friends, my family, and get back into the grind and start making moves and just getting all the things done. But I'm also really sad that I'm leaving one of my favorite places in the world and leaving some of my favorite people in the world. So yeah, bittersweet is the best way I would describe how I feel right now. Very bittersweet. Look, that there concludes this episode of the vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and cue the explosion, but before we do that, if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I drop new videos every single Thursday, 6 AM Pacific, 9 AM Eastern, 9 PM Australian Western Standard Time Zone. And like I did say earlier, I am flying back to Perth on Tuesdays. There's probably gonna be a 1-week hiatus in terms of the uploads because you've always got to travel and also get over jet lag, because we all know what happens when Paul gets jet lag. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you next Thursday. Peace.